Hi, Joan. Say, I'm in a bind. Can you take over for me and preside at the meeting tomorrow? What? Get up in front and lead the group? You mean speak in front of everyone? Me? No way. Sure you can. No way. The sound of my knocking knees would drown out my voice.
Sound familiar? Have you ever been in this situation where you've been asked to speak in front of a group and your first response is, panic, I can't do it? Well, if you have had that experience, you're not alone. In fact, public speaking is one of the most common fears among men and women. We've all had this experience, haven't we?
Yeah.
Marianne, can you tell us about perhaps an experience you've had that's somewhat similar to this?
Yes, Barb, I remember it well. It was 15 years ago, and I had accepted a position as vice president of a club because I thought it was safe. I wouldn't have to get up and run a meeting or do any speaking before the group. And before the very first meeting, I got a phone call the day before that the president was in the hospital and I would have to run the very first meeting. Well, of course, I panicked and prayed for snow, which it did snow, but they never canceled the meeting, and I was put in the position of getting up and preparing in less than one day to speak before this group. It went well, but rather than correcting that and going on to learn how to run a meeting, I just avoided that type of situation all these years, even though I was an active club member in many clubs.
I bet. We're all nodding our heads, yes. How about you, Sue?
Well, my husband belongs to a national organization, and the women's group got together and they asked me to be on the board, and I said, fine, as long as I don't have to do any public speaking. Well, needless to say, there was convention and no one else on the board showed up but me. So that ended that.
And there you were.
Yes, I started looking for a group that could give me some poise in public speaking, and this is the group. And it was 5 years ago, and I'm really pleased.
How about you, Vi?
You certainly
Something
had my
similar
share
here?
of most embarrassing situation. I belong to an organization that has a big meeting where all the women from around the area come to a dinner. And I went very happily because I wasn't doing anything. But my co-chairman didn't show up. So the president handed me a handwritten sheet of paper, said, would you please give the report? I had never spoken at a podium before, never spoken at a microphone before, so I very bravely walked up, started out, my throat closed, I couldn't breathe, my heart pounded, and I went to say the word symphony, and I couldn't get it out. And I finally said, oh well, your orchestra, and left to go with that. Most embarrassing, and that's when I decided to learn to speak in front of people.
How about you, Marianne?
I remember sitting in a group of close friends, a group that met regularly, wanting to say 2 or 3 sentences and just, really struggling over getting those out. All the anxiety that I went through just to say a little bit. I've been in situations where there was a story I wanted to tell. I would leave out important points because I thought, it's not important really. No, it's not important. But it's because I was feeling so anxious inside that I left those points out. And it detracts from the story. You don't get your point across.
Very true.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So what we're saying is it's not only people who want to speak before a group, it's also we can learn conversational skills and learn confidence just speaking in a group of friends.
Just
On a social.
Learning to communicate.
And on a one-to-one basis, it's not really that difficult. Before getting up in front of a group, you can certainly feel the butterflies fluttering and just trying to, as you said, Marianne, trying to get your ideas across. So we've all experienced that.
How about you, Irene? Do you have a specific situation you remember dealing with?
Well, I have done some public speaking and worked with the Forensic League in high school, and also did work in my church as a lector at church, but I wanted to even go to further direct my public speaking. So to find direction, I came to ITC, and I felt that they have given me a lot of self-confidence and instruction just to develop that poise that you need to speak in front of a public group.
I remember my days as an education teacher, an elementary education teacher, and all of the public speaking that I had to do in that role, which had to do with program presentations to parents and PTA meetings and adult ed courses. And I recall spending hours and hours preparing so that nothing would go wrong. So I'd have every angle covered. And I'd wake up in the morning, and the first thing I'd think of was that presentation, whatever it was. And I'd go to bed at night, and I'd fall asleep thinking, what if? What if this happens, and what if this happens? And everything I did, approaching my speaking engagement, revolved around the public speaking. And I'd finally get up there, and I'd finally get into the speech, and I'd begin to relax, and I'd generally do a good job. But there was so much preparation, so much effort involved that I avoided any additional speaking because it just took so much out of me. I don't know if you're nodding your head, you have experienced the same thing.
Well, I think ITC too helps you to organize your thoughts and to put them into concrete presentation, and in order to have the idea that you have in your head even be expressed and have that same idea be known to your audience.
Right.
So the organization is very important.
And I think we could all agree that it is generally, there's a general misconception that public speaking is something that should just happen naturally, that you should just be able to get up there and speak. And that is a misconception. We all have learned through our involvement in ITC that public speaking is a skill. And it's something you have to learn and then practice, and practice and practice. And that anyone, if they have the desire, can learn that skill and can then practice it and can become quite an accomplished speaker.
Well, I think too the ITC group, the organization, is very definitely a support organization. Don't you feel that way, Marianne?
Yes. You're in a friendly atmosphere. You know that everyone's on your side. You're up there before a group. Everyone wants you to do well. They're not making fun of you. They're not going to laugh at you. I think that's important to know.
That's where they're going to help you, and that's why everyone it's such a neat group. It's because everyone is rooting for the other person.
Also, we're placing more emphasis on humor now, and it's really fun to hear some of those stories, and it's neat to learn to tell a joke well, too.
I think some of the icebreakers that we have for new members that come in, to give them everyone there a little background on these people, sometimes they can be absolutely hilarious of what has gone on with these people.
Right.
I know I find since I've been in ITC for 3 years now, in this very organization I was telling you that I was afraid to death to talk in front. I've given many reports now, and I really had compliments in telling me that it's amazing how much I've improved and how much they enjoy my reports. Now, who enjoys a report?
Right. Right. That's
I think
good.
also we're too critical of ourselves. Even though we're absolutely doing fine up there, we think we did terrible. And it's great to hear after we've done a speech or a little talk, someone comes up to you and say, hey, you did really great tonight. And you say, I did? Me? You really mean it? And they say, absolutely. And it's funny when you say that to someone and you realize they don't realize how really nice of a job they're doing.
Right. And that points out that evaluation is a very important part of our program in ITC, and that is how we progress and how we learn what we can do better and improve in our public speaking efforts. The people you just saw believe that good communication can make the difference in just about everything an individual does. And they each came to the realization that they needed to improve their communication skills. So they sought out an organization called International Training in Communication, ITC, formerly known as International Toastmasters.
And this organization's main purpose is to help an individual improve their communication and leadership skills. So I'd like you to take a closer look at ITC, International Training and Communication, so that we can see just exactly what it is all about. This special meeting of ITC will please come to order. The purpose of this meeting is to tell you about the ITC program of communication and personal growth and what it can mean for you. But first, let us tell you about the organization. ITC was founded in 1938 in California. It has grown to approximately 27,000 members in all 50 states and 23 parts of the world on 5 continents. Training is based on a simple 4-point program: communication skills, organizational techniques, leadership training, and personal growth. Participation in this 4-point program will enhance your abilities. It will give you the opportunity to develop and improve your communication skills in speaking as well as analytical listening. Improved organizational techniques become a reality as you participate in the program. Self-motivation is an outgrowth of your regular participation. The club business meetings provide an environment for you to learn and practice correct parliamentary procedure. You develop leadership capabilities as you perform your assignments. As a committee member, you will improve planning and organizational skills. ITC helps you gain poise and self-confidence with its program of personal growth. Using the 4-point program, you are learning by doing. You function in a supportive atmosphere and set your own pace. You challenge yourself to improve. You can become in charge of your future. And butterflies become a thing of beauty instead of a feeling in the pit of your stomach. Learning at the ITC club level is based on frequent practice. Clubs are organized to ensure that every member has the opportunity for full participation. You begin a program of training and communication skills as soon as you become a member. ITC is an individual training program, so you progress at your own pace. With the help of an educational materials and guidance from other members, you learn by doing. Each assignment is a step in learning. Club membership ranges from 12 to 30 members. This allows each member the opportunity for full participation. Most ITC clubs meet twice a month. Members share in the organizational duties of the club. Programs vary from club to club, but normally they include impromptu speaking, lexicology, a speaking program, business meeting, and evaluation. Usually, club programs are planned so that each member has at least one speaking opportunity at each meeting. Impromptu speaking provides practice in thinking on one's feet. In life situations, we are seldom asked to give a prepared speech, but each day we are asked questions that require an immediate reply. The impromptu speaking part of the ITC program gives members practice in organizing their thoughts and responding quickly to any given topic. Lexicology is designed to expand one's vocabulary. The ITC motto is to love our language and to use it with great grace and facility. These lessons help members create better word pictures and convey more exact meanings by the choice of the appropriate word. The speaking program within the club meeting may consist of prepared speeches, debates, panels, education, or oral readings. Thus, Members gain knowledge of speech organization, delivery, and audience awareness, and skill in the ability to communicate their ideas. ITC has an annual speech contest. All members are encouraged to participate in the contest at the club level. The winner then enters the next level of competition. An important part of the club meeting is the business portion. It provides practice in the basics of expediting business to achieve efficient meetings. It also provides practice in the discussion and completion of the business agenda. The club officers gain leadership and management skills. Club members learn meeting protocol, parliamentary procedure, discussion techniques, and how to give reports. The club leadership is rotated so all members have an opportunity for training as an officer or committee chairman. Evaluation is one of the most important tasks in the club. Evaluators at a club meeting learn to listen and observe carefully, learn to be objective, and to be tactful in giving help and advice to other members. From evaluation, members learn to receive feedback on how well they have fulfilled their assignments. Evaluation provides all members with practice in analytical listening as they weigh their own evaluation of a presentation against the opinions expressed by others. Members are urged to use creativity in their club assignments, which keeps the meetings diverse, interesting, and makes each member's performance unique. Members grow in confidence as they progress through the various club assignments. ITC provides a friendly and supportive atmosphere in which to practice communication and leadership skills. There is no personal competition, rather a helping of one another. The continuity of an ITC club assures a stable environment for personal growth. How will this training help me? You are a salesperson. Impromptu speaking assignments will improve your ability to answer quickly and clearly questions asked. ITC leadership training will give you poise in dealing with people, whether as an employee, a manager, or the owner of a business. Your growing self-confidence will allow you to assume a new role in your community or church as that needed volunteer. You are a receptionist. Speaking before our small club groups will give you the confidence to communicate with people, either face-to-face or over the telephone. You are president of your organization. The parliamentary procedure training will help you preside over a meeting with ease and confidence. You need to plan a luncheon, a seminar, or a convention. ITC provides the how-to training and actual practice, so you learn how to plan for the success of any size function. You spend your day explaining how to do it, or you need to make a presentation in a business meeting. ITC will help you organize your thoughts logically and express them clearly. You wish to voice your opinion in a gathering, be it political, business, family, or social. You now will have the confidence and the ability to do so. Whatever your needs, ITC can make the difference. ITC takes pride in the ethnic, religious, and racial diversity of its members. Therein lies its strength. Membership is open to any interested adult. ITC offers an accreditation program which measures growth and gives certification for each level attained. Many members are using accreditation in their employee personnel files and in preparing resumes for job interviews and job advancement. Upon joining a club, each member receives a personal copy of the ITC handbook. The handbook gives details on all club assignments and covers all aspects of communication, leadership, and self-fulfillment. Every other month, members receive a magazine filled with topical and useful information. In addition, ITC has an extensive library of educational materials available, and educational workshops are held at all levels: club, council, the regional conference, and at the international convention. The educational opportunities, growth, and personal confidence are yours. ITC is the organization. Wherever you live, communication makes the difference. Why not join today? You'll be glad you did.
An artist uses many tools to create his masterpiece. Your life demands perfection in the art of speaking. ITC will make you a master at using the tools of communication. We're ITC, International Training in Communication. We'll help you create your masterpiece.